Hi, in the last video we were discussing about the air pollution. What are the causes of air pollution and what are the different type of particles present in air pollution and its effects and air quality monitoring and control measures of the air pollution we were discussing in the last video. Currently we are going to discuss about the water pollution. What are the content that we are going to discuss under the water pollution is the point sources of water pollution, what are the causes and how it affects the human environment as well as other living organisms, and finally we are going to discuss about the control measures of water pollution. We all know that water is an essential element which makes the life on this earth possible, and 71% of this earth's surface is being covered with water. In that 71 percentage, only a small fraction, it is, they are saying that approximately about 0.03 percentage to maximum 3 percentage of water is considered to be a fresh water which is available for consumption of living organism. And water bodies include two different categories. One is underground water as well as the surface water. The surface water are divided into fresh water and marine water is being contaminated by toxic substances and which makes them unsuitable for living organism. It means that because of water pollution, water is being contaminated with different sources. It makes both aquatic and land organism unable to survive. We can classify the water pollution on the basis of two different types. One is the point sources and non-point sources of water pollution. First of all, we can see about what is meant by the point sources of water pollution. Because of municipal discharges and internal discharges from the pipelines, what happened? The water is being contaminated. There are other non-point sources of water pollution are agricultural runoff, acid rain, oil refineries, pulp and paper industry and different type of processing industry. They will release the effluent and other waste material from their industry into the water bodies, which makes the water get contaminated. What are all the causes of water pollution is the waste water released from the sewage or from the industry or from the household. Because of human activity, water is being getting contaminated, and because of this, the disease causing agent we call as pathogen, which include bacteria, virus, protozoa and parasitic worms that enter the water from the domestic sewage and untreated human as well as the animal waste, which causes disease in human as well as in the animal. The organic waste that can be decomposed by aerobic bacteria, which uses the oxygen which is available in the water. As a result, there will be depletion in the oxygen content in the water will be happening. As a result, what happens is the degradation of waste will take place, especially the organic waste are being decomposed by utilizing the oxygen available in that water. As a result, water get polluted and also results in the growth of algae. That mechanism we call it as eutrophication. And inorganic plant nutrients like nitrates and phosphates that cause excessive growth of algae and other aquatic plants. The farmers are using the chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Because of using the chemical fertilizers and pesticide, the water as well as the soil is being getting polluted. As a result, it will cause eutrophication, and pesticide which remains in the soil and water will cause bioaccumulation as well as the biomagnification. How the bioaccumulation and biomagnification happens is, we all know that the pesticide will remain in that particular soil or environment for decade, and also the crop plants which is being used for cultivation, the traces of this pesticide will be available on fruits and vegetables. When it is being consumed, what happens? It will get deposited on that particular people who are consuming and causes the serious problem in that particular consumers. And one of the major effect of accumulation of DDT, what happens is the birds lay the eggs with shells that are much more thinner than the normal, and water soluble inorganic chemicals such as acid, salts and compounds of toxic metal such as mercury and lead, which makes the water unfit for consumption. as well as it will harm the fish and other aquatic organisms. And as a result of usage of these fertilizers and pesticides, what happens is it'll reduce the crop yield and also the accelerate the corrosion of equipment that use this water for cleaning or other purposes. So that what we should do is we should not use over usage of fertilizer and pesticides should not be applied in the agriculture field. These are the major reason for water pollution. The organic chemicals such as oil, gas, plastic, pesticide, cleaning solvent, detergent, and many other chemicals are harmful to aquatic life as well as the human health. These compounds will get deposited and it may suspend in the water in the form of insoluble particles through the soil and other solid particle, which causes water pollution. And water insoluble radioactive isotopes in various tissues and organs, they pass through the food chain as well as the food web, which can result in the birth defect, leads to cancer, as well as the genetic damage will happens in that particular living organisms. In power plant and the industries, they are using large volume of normal water for cooling the hot pipelines. The used water is being released into the water ecosystem. What happens is it causes the life threat to the living organism in that particular water bodies. As a result, it is being died or it causes serious damage to that living organisms. And oil is being washed from the surface water in through the runoff mechanism from the road as well as the parking lot, which causes underground water pollution. Now we are going to discussing about how the underground water is being getting polluted because of urban runoff, untreated or poorly treated water is and the garbage is being deposited or dumped over the water bodies, which causes underground water to get polluted. And industrial waste storage located near the water bodies, which causes pollution. And agriculture practices such as application of large amount of fertilizers and pesticides and animal feeding operation in the rural sector, which causes underground water pollution. And leakage from underground storage tanks consisting of gases and also other hazardous substance and leachate from the landfills, poorly designed and inadequately maintained septic tanks, and mining of waste will causes underground water pollution. And finally, we are going to discuss about the control measures of water pollution. By growing the water hyacinths in the aquatic ecosystem, it is being an aquatic plant which can accumulate the or it will detoxify the water bodies. As a result, the contaminant which is present in that water ecosystem can be reduced, and sewage treatment plant can be treated. As a result, what happens is before releasing into the water bodies, we can reduce the water contamination. The chemical methods like ion exchange method, precipitation can help to remove the water pollution, and alternative methods such as dumping of toxic substances and industrial waste at designated location, we can reduce the water pollution. And also by constructing a very good wastewater treatment plant in industries and other processing industry, we can minimize the water pollution and reducing the usage of plastic. Currently, the plastic waste which causes a major water pollution, the microplastics which is available in the water bodies, when it is consumed by the living organism in that particular ecosystem, it causes bioaccumulation as well as the biomagnification. And water conservation procedures and the storm water management and green agriculture as well as the wetland. The green agriculture, it means that when we use the organic pesticides or weedicide or fertilizer, what happens, we can minimize the water pollution, and because of these runoff from the agriculture field, as a result the water pollution can be reduced. In this particular video, we had discussed about the water pollution. What are the sources of water pollution and what are the effects of water pollution, how the groundwater is getting contaminated because of urbanization and industrialization, and its control measures we had discussed in this particular video. In the next video, we can discuss about the soil pollution. Thanks for watching this video.